margins between winning and losing so thin this time of year? I mean, what areas do the Flames need to make some gains in tomorrow to win?
I think finish, number one. And usually finish comes from quality chances, meaning trying to, if there's a way to get 2 or 3 more a game and get some of your guys that, your goal-scoring guys or your offense guys, your zone times to be a little more, not committed, but a little more involved in it.
So does that, I think the missed shots, I think were 21-5, and I think there were 23 blocked shots. So I guess, are you hoping for more quality?
More is always better.
Okay.
Yeah, more is always better. That's been our MO, right? That's why it's been effective. That's why guys had, when guys had goal scoring years, they did more is better. So you're just going to take that and see if that player's getting that.
Okay, so just keep firing.
If they are. I mean, it's not keep. I mean, you got to break it down now, or as we do after every game, but.
We hear a lot about sort of playoff experience, having played in a Game 7, so an elimination game last round. Do you think that does have your team sort of more equipped for?
Yeah, I think that was, I said this before the playoffs started, right? It's not just experience, it's having a good experience. So this is a good experience.
You said that yesterday morning, Darryl, about you've been in these situations before, down 0-3 or 3-1-3 or whatever, whatever it is in a series. I mean, is there, something that you really have to focus on when you get into these spots, or is it just as a matter of going?
That game. I mean, it's no different. It's a whole different level in terms of you're down to 7 teams left still playing out of 32. So it's a whole different level. So that pressure of it and that bullseye part of it is way higher up now than at any point during the season. But what you take from your season, or if you're out of a round and into the next one, then you take those things and use them, and then see how the player actually handles it.
Is it easy or difficult to send that message that it's one game? Because I can understand human nature being, you need to be a 3-game win streak to advance in the playoffs from this point.
So what was your question?
Is it easy to keep your players focused on one, but knowing it's...
That's a very tight mindset. That's the easiest thing to do.
I think you said last night that, Connor McDavid, can't stop him, but maybe can contain him a bit. How do you feel your team did with that last night?
We've done as well as anybody else has done against them, quite honest. And I think it's been, that's all everybody's talked about. They've either talked about Jacob Markstrom or they've talked about Connor McDavid. That's all they've talked about. But in the end, that's not what the difference in games is, right?
You mentioned last night that Game 4 was your best game of the series. Is that the blueprint you're looking for out of your, or what would you like to see improved?
Well, obviously we'll have to improve some things.
What are those elements?
I don't think I could have to get into that.
I know you were asked about Chris Tanev last night, but he's obviously playing in pain, but what's your assessment of how effective he can still be?
I think he was very effective last night. Even strength minutes, he was very effective. And I think it's with players like that, it's when you look at our defense, Evans' defense, experienced defense. Like that's, and so when we're playing, 4 younger defensemen, those guys need some, like a little bit of security blanket, and Chris Tanev is that for sure. He's not just on the ice; that's in the locker room.
Can you sense that difference right away when he's in? Like as soon as he dresses last night, do you sense that right away?
Well, no, because I wasn't in there getting dressed with him. So I don't need a security blanket.